Hey everybody, welcome to IA Command. This is TV Boy, and we are going to be spectating here, actually reviewing the game log, but we're going to be watching the game here from the finals of the Season 6 League. I'm going to turn down my mic just a little bit, hitting the red there. Um, but yeah, this is the final match from Season 6, the second competitive league that ran, which resulted in a top eight, which then resulted in a quarterfinals, a semifinals, and now a finals. Of course, we are now in full playtesting mode for season seven. By the time you're hearing this, season seven playtesting league has already started. However, if you want to join, the league's going to be running for about 4 months this season. I think 3.5 months technically, but it's never too late to join. It's open signups. Unlike the competitive leagues, it's a lot more casual. We just want people to play the cards, give us feedback, so you can jump in at any point. Definitely check out the season 7 playtest league. You can sign up at tabletop.to. Put the link in the description of this video, and a future video is coming out soon. Yeah, sorry I haven't been able to make a video in a couple weeks. It's been super crazy for me at work last week, but anyway, before we do season 7 content, we got to finish up season 6, and that includes this final match here between Derek and Mark. So both of these players did well enough in the 6 rounds of Swiss to make it into the top 8, and they're now meeting here in the finals. We actually did cover Derek's match, so we know his list pretty well here, but we haven't really seen Mark's list. But I think the players' lists here are kind of a good representation of a lot of what we've seen this season 6, which is Scum Hunters backed up by Bib Fortuna, and then ISB Infiltrators and some measure of Troopers in Empire. Now I'm going to say Mark's list is actually a little bit unorthodox compared to what we've seen. I think in Empire we've been seeing a lot more Palpatine and like a smattering of unique figures that go along with like heavy troopers or ISB infiltrators. We've seen a lot of resurging in season 6. Mark has gone for the full swarm. No unique figures here, all generics, and a lot of bodies in play. So Mark is running 2 elite stormtroopers, so great to see those getting to the finals here in season 6. As well as an elite heavy stormtrooper from season 5 with suppressive fire attachment. That's the card that you can exhaust it when attacking to give another friendly figure within 3 spaces 2 movement points, and then you weaken the defender. And that's 0 points, I should mention, on these heavy troopers because of their modular ability. We've also got 2 elite ISB infiltrators. These are from season 4. And then we've got an officer with the advanced comm system, which is 0 in IACP, and then rule by fear and Zilla technique. So actually no season 6 cards in Mark's list at all, at least as far as deployment cards go. And then we'll cover Derek's list here. We've got IG-11, old school Mandalorian. I say old school. It's IACP season 4 Mandalorian, along with Onar Koma, Dr. Afra, Jabba the Hutt, Bib Fortuna, so Bib's from season 6, and then we've got a regular Jawa, along with Clan of Two being played on Boba, or not Boba, Mando, so that's giving him the child, Grogu, as he later became known after we made the card, so he's just called the child in IACP. And then Devious Scheme, which is an upgrade we saw a lot in old school FFG format, but we haven't seen it too much in later seasons of IACP, but looks like Derek's bringing it back, so that must mean that he feels there's an advantage to be had with the current map rotation of making the opponent go first or having the chance to pick your deployment zone. So we're playing on the arms salvage mission of Devron Garrison. So that's the one where you have power tokens on the crates according to their color. You have the defensive tokens in the blue area between the 2 deployment zones, and then over in the red and yellow area, you've got the more offensive power tokens. And then each crate is worth 2 VPs at the end of each round if you control it, and you get to take all the power tokens off if you control it. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, you get to distribute them as you wish if you control that crate. And it looks like Mark is going to have initiative here. This is going to be really interesting. Devron Garrison, as many know now, very compact map, very close-in fighting available to those that want to do that. Although the opponent does, I mean, each player does have the option to retreat into the green forested area and actually be pretty safe, at least for the first round. But we'll see how this goes. Derek's got some nice speed on his side here with IG-11 being able to move 5 spaces, and he's also got the option to move 6 and flamethrower with Mando. So it'll be interesting to see how this match goes and how these players play. I would expect Mark to be the one rushing forward aggressively with his figures, sort of like a human wave tactic, and Derek either retreating or playing cagily and sort of staying back away from the middle of the map. But he's going to have to watch out for those objectives because that's how Mark's list really wins and capitalizes. There's 10 VPs up for grabs each round, and if he can take the lion's share of that each turn, he is going to come out ahead, I think. Especially since, I mean, Derek's list has some defensive bonuses. He's got the +1 block on IG-11, he's got the power tokens on Mando, and he's got Get Down with Onar. But honestly, as soon as those troopers get line of sight on Onar, he is going to get shredded without any defense dice. And the troopers can actually get through with just that one extra defense bonus on IG-11 and Mando. They can actually push through that surprisingly quickly when there's this many attacks coming out, because you've got 3 attacks each group of stormtroopers and then 3 attacks from each group of ISBs. It's a lot of attacks coming out of Mark's list, I gotta say. All right, so let's get into the match and kind of get into the nitty gritty here. And it is going to be, I'm going to do my best to cover all these trooper groups. It looks like we've got yellow and blue groups for each one. So I'll do my best to call out which groups are activating. Okay, so we've got Mark with initiative, like I mentioned, and even though Mark's got all these bodies in play, Derek actually activates him. Derek has 7 activations to Mark's 6, so Derek's going to get to the benefit from last first if he can make it work for him, which I imagine he will. Derek, very experienced with this list, I should say. This is his bread and butter. This is also Mark's bread and butter too, so this is going to be a really good match, I think. Both players drawing command cards. Mark doing Rule by Fear as Imperialists do. So this is really interesting though, because with Mark having initiative, his start of round effects happen first, which means that Derek's going to have Afra get to excavate whatever Mark ditches with Rule by Fear. One of the more interesting interactions we see in IACP is how Rule by Fear interacts with Afra. If it was the other way around, excavation would go out first on an empty discard pile, but that's one of the disadvantages of having initiative, at least in ICP. So yeah, Mark has to make a tough choice where if he pitches something that costs 2 or more, that's going to be a lot of value getting rid of, but he wants to get rid of those 0 and 1 point cards, but that's going to be able to get used by Derek. And it looks like Mark's going to ditch urgency here, and that is really good to grab with excavation on round 1, in my opinion. Especially when you're going last, yeah, you can. Derek can really hang back and then at the end of the round make an explosive play with urgency. Let's see if Derek remembers to do it actually. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's been dragged out to the battlefield. Yeah, so urgency has been excavated. And we're going to have a pass here from Mark since he is out activated currently. So since Derek has more ready groups than Mark, Mark can pass instead of activating a group. So Derek can activate Jabba here. So he's going to draw a card with Scheme, Focus Mando. Definitely going to likely see. So usually if I see a focus on Onar instead of IG-11, that tells me that he's probably drawn Guild Programming, which is IG-11's unique command card. Mando coming out from Mark to reference. Okay, so it looks like Officer's going to activate here for Mark. Going to push the Stormtrooper towards the terminal area, and then obviously going to move to take the terminal. That's what officers are best at. And Bib Fortuna going to activate for Derek. Yep, going to focus Onar. So either he's got Guild Programming in his hand, or he just doesn't want to risk drawing it and having wasted a focus, ostensibly. But I do tend to usually focus, when I play IG-11, I tend to focus him unless I've drawn Guild Programming, and just know that I'll be able to use Guild Programming on the next activation. I try to keep IG alive. for a long time, which I know Derek plays that way too. He's a very defensive player, very cagey player. He's very good at playing defensively and using defensive strategies. Whereas, a lot of people think of hunters as being a very offensive archetype, but Derek does a very good job of balancing offense with defense with these types of lists. And Mark very good at controlling the map, which we see him doing with these stormtroopers. The yellow group has activated. Looks like so the first two have gone and controlled the red and the yellow. So it's interesting. It makes sense when I think about it for him to do that. He's going to spread out and just kind of try to control these objectives. But it'll be interesting to see where he puts the bulk of his forces. So interesting there. The third yellow trooper didn't open the door, but instead decided to double move to get into the blue objective room. Okay, regular Jawa. So Bib is controlling the terminal. Regular Jawa is going to sneak down here to get control of that third objective in the green area with the blocking terrain. Or I should say with the 4 squares of blocking terrain on the right side of the map. Mark activating the blue stormtroopers. Okay, first one's going to open the door. Second one's going to come up and control the other blue token. So Mark now controls 4 out of the 5 objectives. Of course, Derek can contest if he wants to go into that middle room and fight with all of these troopers, but he is very, very outnumbered. Dr. Afra gonna activate. Ooh, gonna step up 4 spaces and take a shot, an unfocused attack on this stormtrooper here. That is very loud in my ears. I'm gonna turn it down. I was gonna say it's a very long shot for Afra to kill a stormtrooper without a focus. She rolled pretty good though. That's 5. She can surge for Pierce 1, which Zillow can block. So it's definitely not gonna get a kill, even with Bib Fortuna's ability. Because, right, if she had 6 Pierce 1, that would have been a kill. Derek can force a Zillow exhaust here if he pitches with illicit arms. Okay, so it's going to do 3 damage. Gonna exhaust Zillow here. What is this card being played? Opportunistic. Okay, so basically, oh, he's going to use it on Mando though. Interesting. And then gonna move Jin back. So Mando protecting, not Jin, I keep calling her Jin, Afra. Mando protecting Afra here, body blocking, but that means Mando's going to be eating some attacks here. He is going to be able to activate at least. So here we go. Heavy Trooper moving up. Going to be able to blast, most likely, which means Afra's still going to take some damage even with line of sight blocking. Mando spending the block token from Beskar armor. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he can't use spray fire here with the Heavy Trooper because he needs the accuracy bonus to make range. So that's only doing, wow, okay, only 1 damage, so that was good. So next one gonna move up. And these guys do have suppressive fire, so Mando's gonna get weakened here. Alright, so now he gets the surge he probably wanted. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he actually has natural accuracy there with the blue, so he can add a surge. It's gonna go ahead and add a surge with the Heavy Trooper spray fire ability, which is gives up the +2 innate accuracy bonus to add a surge while attacking. That's going to give him blast 2 on Afra. I'm going to do a healthy chunk of damage with that other surge for +2. So that's 4 damage into Mando and then 2 into Afra. I'm going to exhaust suppressive fire here to weaken Mando and have the other heavy move 2 spaces. Interesting positioning there. Kind of just leaving that heavy out to get double tapped by IG. Oh yeah, Mark forgot to hide his ISBs, which should be hidden at the start of the match. Ooh, Derek can activate IG. Gonna go ahead and do the double tap like we said, but that means that Mando's kind of in danger on only 7 health and weakened. And no more armor tokens either. Shooting at an activated figure, so no guild programming for this one. Hoping he can get the kill with Bib. Gonna re-roll, gets 4 damage, so 6 damage, so minus 2 blocks, 4 damage, so that's half. No pitch for Zillow. Ooh, that is nice. Not gonna have to discard to Bib for that one, so that is a dead heavy trooper. IG 11 getting first blood, or at least on the scoreboard first. And then getting one more victory point for Jabba. And I didn't mention Jabba, but he's going to be really important in this matchup for Derek to help him keep up on objective points. Whereas every kill he gets, all these figures, these extra figures are going to be generating a lot of VPs for Derek via Jabba. Okay, what do we got? We got a card coming out here. Intel leak being played by the ISBs. Let's see. Alright, so we see To the Limit, Take Initiative, and Iron Will. To the Limit, very good in Derek's list because, again, Onar has Rush. Jabba doesn't care about being stunned and is all special actions. And then it's really good with Mando because he can Flamethrower and then attack, or vice versa, attack then Flamethrower with To the Limit, and then the child will come up and remove the stun that To the Limit usually gives you. So gonna take that out, leaving Take Initiative though, and we see Iron Will is also in Derek's hand. Actually, Iron Will honestly awful again in this matchup. I think that's actually a dead card for Derek. I wouldn't be surprised to see him ditch that card with Bib Fortuna's ability. Just because the way Mark's list beats you is death by 1,000 cuts and not by like a big attack. The Iron Will is meant to be used against. All right, so ISB's coming up. No general's ranks on these guys though. So not going to get like extra damage from raid or whatever. But +1 surge for the hidden. Let's see, it's going to be 4, 5 damage going in. So 4 damage going through blocks. Yeah, Mando's down to 3 health. Okay, and now we have the other ISB using raid to give the first ISB an attack. Mando is going to incapacitate the child here to have the ISB remove a die, which is pretty crippling, honestly. Going down to just, I'm guessing a blue so he doesn't miss. So, oof. And he's not hidden anymore, so that was actually a really good decision there. So no damage from that attack. And then the ISB going to move. So that's going to give Mando the time he needs to activate to get the heck out of there. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and fire off his Disruptor Rifle attack. That's a dodge. Let's see. Does he have heightened? Nope. So that's unfortunate. But he's going to be able to hopefully escape to safety. He should have pushed the child to Mando's space there via Clan of Two's ability. It still pushes the child even if it's incapacitated. Okay, so now we got the other group, and so that was the danger there, is if Mando was still there, the ISBs would just keep using raid to get extra attacks on that first ISB. Why is that ISB weakened? I'm not sure. Sorry, so it looks like he's attacking Afra, so Afra gonna take 3 damage there, down to 2 health, so that was from the blue ISB. And then he can't use raid again, so at least Afra doesn't have to take any more attacks. And now Onar going to step in, going to use Rush to deal 1 damage to this blue ISB, and they're going to do a focused attack here. Blanks out on the white dice, so that's a dead ISB. So Derek getting another 4 VPs. 5 actually, from Jabba. Derek is taking the lead here, but it's going to quickly change once objectives start getting scored. Alright, so Mark getting 8 objective points. Still behind, but starting to catch up. And if he can catch Mando, he's going to probably pull ahead. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh, okay, so now, oh, that's really good. So all of these guys are getting power tokens as well, including the Stormtroopers getting a damage power token and a surge power token. Alright, so that's the end of round 1. Derek up 12 to 8. Oh, nice, gonna excavate to the limit. But if Afra goes down here, he won't be able to use that. So he needs to activate Afra first and get her out of there. And it looks like, uh-oh, Mark's got take initiative. Did Derek draw into negation? Because we know he didn't have it in his hand. Yep, nope, he doesn't have it. So officer gonna get exhausted for the cost of take. And covering fire being played here by Mark. Can I get it? There we go. This is from season 6, so although it did get nerfed later during playtesting. But that's going to give hidden to 3 of his troopers, and all of his troopers are going to get this extra surge for stun or +2. Alright, so he's going to hide blue Stormtrooper in the blue room, blue Heavy Trooper in the blue room, and blue Stormtrooper in the blue room. So, like we mentioned, bulk of his forces are in this blue area to fight Derek's forces. It'll be interesting to see if IG-11 self-destruct gets a lot of utility in this game, if he does go down. So yeah, unfortunately... Oh, he's not going to go for Afra. He's going to go for Onar here with activating the blue Stormtroopers. Shooting at Onar, going to reroll, so he's got... He can do 4 unless Onar uses Get Down. So Onar going to use Get Down, so it's just going to take 2. Second trooper going to come up. So it's funny, the what is it called? Covering fire is actually terrible against Onar because you can't stun him, and since he can never be stunned, you'll never get the surge for +2. But second trooper come up. First trooper is going to use concentrated fire to add a red to this one, and this is hidden. What do we got here? Oh, this must be Iron Will. Wow. So Iron Will getting played. I was totally wrong. This is going to stop a bit of damage. That's right, because he's got a power token and he's hidden. No, this one doesn't have a power token. Ooh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So it stops 3 damage. I mean, not the best Iron Will, but still got some use out of it. Didn't have to pitch it. Okay, so third trooper, 1, 2. He's still going for Onar. Yeah, I would have gone for Afra there just to get him to take that card away from him. To the limit's so good in Derek's list. Get Behind Me is going to get played by IG-11 here. And that could give Onar the chance to play extra protection. Gonna re-roll. He's got the extra surge. He can stun here though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna do exactly 3 damage and stun. Do we see extra protection come out? No. Okay, so he didn't have extra protection, unfortunately. That's where you see that card get really good. Does Mark have Squad Swarm or something? Nope. Okay, so Onar gonna activate here. Gonna use Rush. I would expect To the Limit to get played, although it looks like it's not being played. He's just gonna attack. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Surge 6, 7. Yeah, that's enough. Even with a Zillow discard. 7. He's got the accuracy. -1, 6. No, he needs to ditch. Derek's gonna have to discard a card to get through Zillow. So Derek gonna discard Planning here to add a damage with Bib Fortuna. So that way Mark cannot save him by adding a block with Zillow. So Derek very efficiently cutting through these troopers. But is it going to be enough? Okay, so it looks like... So Onar's moving after that rush and attack, so he must have played To the Limit there. So that was smart. Yep, there it is. That was smart because now he doesn't have to worry about losing that card when Afra dies. Let's see if he... Now if he goes for Afra here. So yeah, he missed a bit of an opportunity there to kill Afra. Looks like he's going to go for IG. Yeah, he can spray for the +1 surge to get through that evade. So that's 4, 5, 6. So 5 damage to IG. Only has 12 health. Going to weaken him with suppressive fire. But the other heavy's dead, so IG should probably be activating here. Yep. Remove the stun, and now rapid fire. And then if he dies, he gets to get a nice self-destruct off. So rapid fire, that's going to kill the Stormtrooper. 4 more points for Derek. He's just starting to run away with the VPs here. He's doing really good. Second attack on the ISB. That one I'm not sure about. I feel like maybe going for the focus Stormtrooper and like YOLO. Hope you get the kill. I guess the ISB hasn't activated, so that makes sense. Because the blue Stormtroopers have already activated. So maybe he's hoping to YOLO and get the kill on the ISB. They have 7 health now, though, right? Yeah, we gave him 7 health. So especially with weakened, that seems less likely than getting the 5 damage he needs on the Stormtrooper. He does have a reroll. That's tough. Do you reroll the blue or the green? Oh, but he's got an evade. That sucks. So yeah, probably reroll the blue. Nice. So 5 damage. Would have killed the Stormtrooper. But not going to kill the ISB Infiltrator. Oh, the Infiltrator rolled the wrong dice. But he got the same result, so it didn't matter. Yeah, 5 damage to the Infiltrator. Would have killed the Stormtrooper, but oh well. And now IG-11 no longer stunned, no longer weakened. So, and the nice thing is, well, I guess Mark can stun IG with 1 attack and then kill him with the 2nd attack. At least he'll get to blow up on that trooper. What do we got here? Oh, are they undoing? Oh, no. This is the focused Stormtrooper taking out Dr. Afro. That makes sense. Okay, 2nd blue Stormtrooper gonna attack IG. And he's gonna... Oh, he doesn't have enough for the stun. He's gonna have to just do the damage, so that's 2 more damage. Now it's gonna be a lot harder for him to stun IG before he kills him. So that IG has self-destruct, so when he dies, he gets to move 2 spaces and then roll a red die and deal that much damage to each figure object adjacent to him. So Jabba gonna activate for Derek. Oh, he's gonna spend points. He's gonna order hit with IG. Gonna try and kill that ISB before it activates, I think. Oh no, it already activated. It's the yellow ones that haven't activated. So that's gonna kill it. Derek's killing so many figures here. So fast. Interesting. He moved IG back to Onar. That's gonna make it a lot harder for him to do any extra damage with self-destruct. He can only move 2 spaces. He can only get that Stormtrooper if he dies. The yellow ISB hasn't gone yet. He could just have the yellow ISB can just raid with a blue Stormtrooper. I'm not sure about that. Really wanted to see self-destruct is mainly my issue. Go off. Alright, Stormtroopers on the right side of the map going for the Jawa. Who is dead even with the take cover. So now Mark has just complete uncontested control on that side of the map. He could actually control all of it with his officers. Mark being pretty respectful of Bib Fortuna's attack there. Stormtrooper gonna open the door. Yellow Stormtrooper. So now all the doors in the blue area are open, but the middle door that separates the 2 halves of the map is still closed. Alright, what do we got here? So just Bib and Mando. So Mando actually going to activate. Going to move 3 spaces and attack. So Disruptor Rifle. Attack. That's going to be 6 damage. So he can pitch and he actually gets the Disruptor Rifle kill. That's awesome. Discards it, take initiative to add a damage. Right? Because he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mark has to discard a card with Zillow to not die, which he is going to do. He's discarding reinforcements, so he's going to live with 2 health left. So if he hadn't discarded, he would have taken 7. Heavy Trooper would be at 1 health. Disruptor Rifle kicks in and kills it, because that's what Disruptor Rifle does. It's a special action, perform an attack. If the defender survives with 1 health remaining, you deal 1 damage to it. It's a nice ability. And works very nicely with Bib Fortuna. And it makes sense to pitch take initiative there, since Derek's going to get initiative next round, since Mark used his take initiative this round. Alright, Heavy Trooper. Yeah, that's unfortunate though, is that now Mando's way out in the open. Ooh, positioning advantage from the Heavy Trooper. That's gonna do 4, 5. That's just enough to kill Mando. Oh no, he's not going after Mando? Oh, Blast. He did Blast too. Okay, so Mark's catching up here quite fast, actually. Despite all the figures Derek's killing. Let's see. So that was an ISB using Raid on the Heavy Trooper. Now he's going to attack himself, now that Mando's out of the way. That yellow ISB can attack Onar with his second action. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Onar down to 2 health, down to 1 health. Oof. Okay, Bib. Gonna go for the long shot here. He does have an accuracy bonus. +1 accuracy. And search for +1 accuracy on the Pierce one, although Zillow's still active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, range 6 with 2 green dice. Don't know. We'll see. He's only speed 3 though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now range 5. Oh, he made it. Totally nattied that accuracy. Did he get search for +2? Did we give him that? Why? Yeah, I don't under. Bib Fortuna's attack is something that mystified me always a bit, but I never really just wanted fight. Never really fought too hard for it. But yeah, he can attack. He does a lot. 3 search was 2, 5. But Derek's out of cards, so he's only doing 4. So 1 short of killing the Stormtrooper, unfortunately, there. And now initiative is going to go back to Derek at least, but Mark is getting, again, the lion's share. Going to get 8 VPs here, shooting him past Derek, 31 to Derek's 24. Both players drawing. Initiative goes to Derek. No start of round, so we got IG-11 going first, still alive. But IG could definitely pick up 2 kills here on the Heavy and the Stormtrooper. She's going to move 2 spaces. He's going to rapid fire, but he's going to attack the ISB. That's interesting. That's a lot of damage, but if he dodges... Oh, man. Yeah. That was really risky. I thought he was going to go for the Heavy and the blue Stormtrooper there. Oh, man. Okay, so now he's going to do the second attack on the Heavy. That's going to get the kill. So which puts Derek to 29. Oh, man. What is the... So the reasoning there... See, the thing is, he could have double tapped the Stormtrooper and the Heavy and then just used all his 5 movement points to flee. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could have gone all the way behind Jabba. Oh, but now he's stuck there. And if he dies, he loses. Alright, here we go. ISB. This is for the game. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, Pierce 1. So that's 2, yeah. That's... If that's, yeah, that's into IG 11. Oh, wait. Okay, we've got a +1 evade from Onar. So I think he lives with 1 health. Yeah, IG takes 1. But now Raid is going to give the second shot from the Stormtrooper. Oh, that's a good roll. I mean, Derek needs just 2 blocks here. And he lives. He doesn't lose. Uh, oh, he's shooting at Onar. Okay. It's not a win condition. Mark goes to 37. Okay, interesting. That makes sense, though. Onar was his last activation. Um, yeah, actually, I think that was actually a good play by Mark going for the sure kill on Onar because he still has 2 blue stormtroopers and what is that? A yellow stormtrooper. He still has 3 activations here, and yeah, I think that's gonna seal it. He's gonna have to order hit with Jabba shooting at the full health stormtrooper. I'm not sure why. Why not just shoot at the 3 health stormtrooper? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can pitch with Bib, but Mark can counter with Zillow. Reroll doesn't get it. Uh, yeah, because Zillow can exhaust. So he's gonna pitch Onar's card here. Unfortunately, he did not get to play it. Mark gonna pitch for Zillow. What is this? Hold on. I just kind of want to know what card this is. Overwhelming Impact being discarded from Mark's hand, just so he doesn't lose that Stormtrooper. And it's back to Mark. Oh yeah, Mark forgot to do the power tokens. So yellow one gonna take a shot at IG, and that is game because that's the 1 damage he needed. Mark shooting up to 46, and Derek doing there's a self-destruct. So that's why he didn't shoot at the damaged stormtrooper for a nice 3 damage. Yeah. Oh man, that was rough. I mean, Mark played really well. And maybe Derek couldn't have won that game, but if he had gone instead of going for the ISB, gone for the stormtrooper and the heavy trooper from just standing where he was, he could have moved 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, into that little space right behind Jabba and been totally safe. Um, but that was an awesome game. Really glad we got to see that. Stormtroopers winning it. I mean, just shows how anything can be good if you have a really good player piloting it that can, or piloting, commanding it, that knows the list and knows the units, the figures. Mark really knows his stuff, and he has been using these elite stormtroopers for quite a while. And of course, Derek knows his list as well, but I think he just got overwhelmed there by the numbers. And I think that's one of the big advantages to Mark's list is just he's got the numbers on his side, and it can be really intimidating and honestly like disorienting just having so many figures having to deal with. Look how many figures Derek killed here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of Mark's figures, and he wasn't even slowing down. This is just Mark's just playing a pure efficiency list and really one of the better swarm players I think we have in our community. And it shows for the people who doubt that swarms are good in Imperial Assault, just look at this. And look at a lot of the similar lists we've been seeing with double ISBs, double jet troopers. Like, yeah, you're not going to see a 20 stormtrooper list be good by design because that's just ridiculous having to deal with that many figures in a timed tournament game. But I think this is what you want to be looking for if you're interested in playing swarms in Imperial Assault is Empire troopers, elite stormtroopers, plus some some other choice elite units like the ISB infiltrators. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you to the players for sending us the log so we could review it and all benefit from seeing it play out. And hope you guys have enjoyed season 6. We've still got the finals from the Malachor, not Malachor, the Adepticon at Home tournament that's going to be coming up, and then we're going to start showing off some season 7 gameplay, and I'm excited to bring that to you guys. All right, peace out, everybody.